All right, hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I kind of want to talk about one of my favorite baits for fishing offshore structure, rock piles, deep channel swings, ledges, things like that on the lake. Now this bait I have fished in shallow water area situations. Like you can fish them on flats, because when I say offshore, it doesn't typically need to be deep water. Offshore could be a flat or a shoal, 3, 4, 5 foot of water. But typically when I'm fishing this bait, and this bait is a Jean LaRue hardhead bait. It's one of my favorite baits. It has replaced the Carolina rig for me. And when I get out there offshore on lakes like Bugs Island, Lake Hartwell, rocky bottom lakes, this is usually my go-to. And I use it as a search bait. Having that heavy head allows me to cover water. When I'm fishing this thing, I'm casting, I'm making long casts of that thing. That's another thing I like about these two baits. The two baits I throw on it are, this is a Magnum finesse worm. I talked about it in one of my earlier videos on shaky heads. I'll also throw it on this wobble head or hard head, whatever you want to call it, along with a long straight tail worm or a curly tail worm. I couldn't find my 10-inch worms. I throw a Berkeley power bait 10-inch worm with this. This is just something I found laying around that I actually really like. I'm like looking at it, I'm like, that's going to catch some fish. This is the Skeet Reese money worm. Straight money Skeet Reese. I got this at the PFL All-American or the TBF National Championship, where they give you little gift packs. They give you a bunch of baits. I got this in one of those, and I'm actually looking at it going, that's going to catch some fish. So I'll definitely be throwing this again this summer and this year. And again, it's not just a summer bait. I'm saying offshore deep structure. I've caught them throwing this stuff around the flooded bushes at Bugs Island, flipping around standing timber, things like that. I mean, it's a good bait that you can use almost like a flipping bait just because of that heavy head. But again, that's an 11/16 ounce head. And the key with having that heavier head is, one, you're going to be able to get down to the bottom quickly, but the main thing is you're going to be able to maintain bottom contact. And having that bottom contact, you're really going to be able to, when you sweep that rod tip, you're going to be able to feel everything that's down there. You're going to feel every rock. You're going to bounce along. You're going to tell whether you're on hard bottom, soft bottom. And if there's fish down there, you're going to get bit. That's one thing I've known. Like when I'm looking for offshore structure and I'm graphing and I'm turning around and fishing, if you're around fish, you're going to get bit. If you're not, keep on moving. Kevin Van Dam used to say like the 15-minute rule, and that's about right. 10, 15 minutes. If you're not getting bit, they're not there. If there's fish around, usually you're going to be getting bit. But again, these are the two lures that I like to throw. And like I said, you can throw it offshore on structure. And when I say structure, you got structure and then you got cover. Cover, I'm thinking laydowns, grass, docks. Structure, I'm talking stuff that's on the bottom, like rock piles, channel swing bends, ledges, ditches, all that type of stuff. Structure is something that's connected to the bottom. Cover is the stuff that's connected to the bank, that's around, that the fish can get into and have cover. But again, I can fish this in the spring, shallow on flats. I can fish this in the summer out deep. It's just a good all-around bait, and you can cover a lot of water with it. You'd be surprised. So I typically don't throw a Carolina rig anymore. Instead of a Carolina rig, this is what I'm going to have tied on. And these are two great baits. So take them out to your lakes, give it a try. And I mean, you'll catch a lot of fish. Again, you guys, thank you for watching the videos. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button down at the bottom. Keep an eye out for more content to come, and I'll see you guys soon.